All right, y'all being annoying now. Hi, it's me, your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash day friend, favorite content creator. And yes, I'm doing I guess a follow-up video to the mini video I was doing, all while I should be working on editing my other video. But anyways, y'all being annoying right now, okay? I thought in the other video I made, I was being like nice and chill and talking about how, hey, like, even if your game didn't win, it's cool that all these games exist and we can, celebrate all these things. But I forgot I was on the internet and people can't be happy for anything ever. Why are so many people so upset that Expedition 33 ran the table? We knew it was going to run the table. Prior to the award season, when the game came out, everyone's like, this game's great, it's amazing. People love the underdog story. We're talking about how, oh my God, these guys were like, this is their first game they put out. They didn't even make a video game. They were literally Googling tutorials on how to do this stuff. And they're using like cell phones and all this other shit, right? Talking about how Charlie Cox did a great job as Gustav, right? But we should also give credit to the mocap performers. Like all this stuff, all this positive praise for this game that in a time where big AAA titles weren't doing as well as they were expected to, you see this game made by a smaller team succeed by leaps and bounds, selling over like 5 million copies, all these things. And then the game that people liked, that people said was great, won a lot of awards. And now suddenly it's like, what the fuck? The game that everyone said was gonna win awards won the awards. I don't like it anymore. What is wrong with y'all? And I'm seeing people put out levels of cope I didn't think were possible. I have seen multiple people in one way or another talk about how this game shouldn't have gotten all the awards. Some going so far as to say they should limit the amount of awards a game can win. Where is this for Baldur's Gate when it also ran the fucking table? Like, people are trying to make this a participation trophy type situation. No, okay? That is not how awards work. That's not how meritocracy works. This is not a participation trophy ass thing. People are voting. They're putting this in categories. You cannot like the fact that's in certain categories or whatever, but this is what it is. This would be like if a film had some of the best costume design, acting, screenplay, supporting cast, music, and saying it could only win one because it's not fair to the other movies that also put effort in. It's not that movie's fault that the other movies weren't as good as it. That doesn't mean those other movies are bad. It's not, a dig to the other games that they didn't win as many awards. It's just, this is what happened. Someone commented on my page, like, when I was talking about me being excited for Control Resonant, saying, LOL, how many awards did Ghost of Woktae win? What? What? Okay. The only other game that won was like, what? Silksong? And that was because it wasn't in the same category that one time as Expedition 33. Any game that was in the same category as Expedition 33 lost. Correction. Except for Player's Voice, because, gotcha games gonna get you. But other than that, Expedition 33 was the winner by default, okay? And it's weird to be like, well, let's say the next time only 3 awards. They can only win a maximum of 3. Doesn't matter how good your game is, to win a maximum of 3. And then on top of that, people are talking about why did it win best art direction? And I'm seeing so many Twitter heads going like, oh, but it looks like Unreal Engine 5 slop. I need to tell you guys something. We've talked about this before. You're overusing the term slop to the point where it means nothing. And on top of that, art direction isn't just graphics, because they're like Hades 2 should have won. Silksong should have won. And I know in their minds, they think any game that has bright colors and doesn't look like it as like high fidelity means good art direction. And again, this is not digging those other games. I love Hades. I've been playing Hades 2 nonstop damn near. I also like Hollow Knight Silksong. But to say that Expedition 33 doesn't have good art direction is to tell people you don't understand what art direction is. It's not just graphics or pretty color. It's the totality of the creative vision. It is the art director's job in order to make sure that the game has a cohesive visual aesthetics, right? And that includes sound design, themes, moods, mechanics, like things to match those things. Like that's part of the creative art direction. If you've played Expedition 33, it plays like a fucking painting, okay? So many of the mechanics bleed into each other. From a visual standpoint, they have striking vistas. They have a very unique art style. People want to say it's Unreal Engine slop. You can look at the game like you know this is Expedition 33 you're playing, okay? The music is phenomenal in this game. Even like, look at the overworld. Like there are such distinctive visual markers to let you know you are playing Expedition 33. It isn't this generic game people want to reduce it to because their favorite game didn't win fucking best art direction. Insane. And then of course they're mad that it won best indie because people are suddenly forgetting what indie is. Listen, indie is not about your budget. It's not. Or you an independent publisher. Now, if you want to argue about like indie in terms of like the spirit, because most people are going by vibe, where indie needs to be a game where 4 to like 6 people made it and like they had less than like $100,000. That's what they decided it's indie, right? But indie just means there's no big publisher. A big publisher is not pushing it. So by that metric, it is also indie. People are talking about the budget. The budget was 10 million at most. The games in the same category had a bigger budget, right? And they're still like, well, it shouldn't have won. You're getting upset over nothing. Like as much as these awards mean a lot to like the developers and people in the industry, as the player, why do you care? What does it matter? Like this is a celebration at the end of the day. People just getting nominated is an amazing feat within itself, considering how many games have come out and continue to come out every year. But like everyone's being so annoying now because Expedition 33 won. It's a good game. Like, what do you want? It's a good game. I'm just seeing people continuously being disingenuous about the games, like posting random screenshots going, this one best art direction. Yeah, dude, you can literally do that by any game. You can take a frame or a moment out of context, put it onto Twitter, shitty compression, be like, I can't believe this game won Game of the Year. It's like taking a comedic scene, removing its context and be like, this has best narrative. This game has the best gameplay. Look at the pause menu. It's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? People are now complaining about how the Game Awards care more about narrative and less about gameplay. I'm like, what is happening? How is this game broken so many brains? It's just a good game. It won too much. Is that the real argument you guys are going with? It won too much. It shouldn't have won 11. It should have only, or shouldn't have got nominated for like 11. It should have only won like 4. It shouldn't have won the 9 it did. It did though. So now what? Does that mean now the games it beat are bad games and you can't play it? Does it mean other people still won't go out and play these games? Are suddenly the other games, the sales just gonna completely stop now and people are only gonna play Expedition 33? And you know what really gets me too is the fact that you hear this all the time, that we're out of ideas, whether it's like Hollywood or in the game industry. They're so repetitive. They're all doing is remasters and remakes. This was one of the few games that wasn't a sequel. Really think about it. These nominees, right? You had Hollow Knight Silksong, which is a sequel. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, sequel. Donkey Kong Bonanza, while not a sequel, it is the next game in the established series that goes back decades. Hades 2, sequel. Death Stranding 2, sequel. And then you had Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. It is the only game nominated that is a new IP. No established history, no established pedigree, right? Just, this is it. You would think in any other context, people would be celebrating a brand new IP coming out this hard and winning. Again, not a part of anything established previously. But instead of celebrating that lets you know that, wow, there's still so much more life in gaming. It's, why didn't my favorite sequel win? Like, is that hard to understand that maybe for art direction, Hades 2 didn't win? Because while Hades 2 looks phenomenal, it looks just like Hades 1. which also had great art style, but you've already seen it. Hollow Knight, Silksong, you saw that in Hollow Knight. It's the same art style. Like, has that not been considered? I don't know, man. Like, it just seems weird. It seems weird to me that for an industry that's always told it's running out of ideas, it's getting stale, that when a new IP exists and does well, and it doesn't cost $1 billion, and it's not having a full of microtransactions. In fact, they released free DLC the day that they won the Game Awards. Free DLC. As a thank you to the players, you guys are sitting here and bitching because it won too much. Like, I know I say this a lot, but are we just caught in a misery cycle? Is that the only acceptable reaction to shit now, is just to be mad and miserable? You guys can't just celebrate the win. You can't just celebrate the games that you like. It has to be this like, oh my God, they got robbed, or this was this. Mind you, the community manager for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 said they got robbed, right? They put the "this is fine" meme out. I'm all like, what are we doing? This is literally supposed to be a night to celebrate the industry, to celebrate everyone. And instead now it's just another goddamn pissing contest on the internet. Ugh. It's tiring and it's annoying. It's so annoying.